Arukwe should be regular on this show. It's time for Africans to rise up against imperialistic interference with African affairs. This is from Nnanna Onuoha. Alright, these are some of the text messages we can take for now. Alright, let me just ask you this last question before we round up. No, definitely we are going to continue this some other time, like next week, fix a date for this again, have more of this enlightening session with Nnanna Onuoha Arukwe. And before we go, I just want to ask this last question. We were talking about Egypt being a very superior, civilized nation in the past. Now, was there a contemporary of another society or another nation? Because it seems like when you talk of, even in Pan-Africanism, Egypt seems to be at the top. Like we were talking about NOC and some of those other things. There are other contemporary societies that were as developed and as efficient as Egypt.
Yes, there were contemporary societies, even though I can't exactly guess what you mean by contemporary, but there were societies or nations or civilizations that existed side by side with the ancient Kemet. Such nations like Nubia, such nations like Ethiopia. And as a matter of fact, at some point in the history of ancient Kemet, when we had foreign invasions by some European Caucasian elements, like during the time of Alexander and a few other, the Hyksos invasion and a few other invasions, it was these other African kingdoms and civilizations like that of Nubia and Ethiopia that organized and mobilized their soldiers to eventually invade Egypt and expel the aliens from Egypt and then re-crown the pharaohs for the period, so that during those periods you now had the crowns of Nubia and Ethiopia being unified under one pharaoh. It happened a number of times. And in other continents there also were a few civilizations that contemporary research have shown had contact with the ancient Egyptians. So for instance, the Incas, the Aztecs, the Mayans in the American continent. It has been shown through the deciphering of the hieroglyphic that ancient Egyptians had contact with them and actually played roles in the civilization of these people, because they used the ships that they built out of papyrus to navigate the waters and get to using the ocean currents in order to get to those places. Okay. And also when we talk about the Egyptian civilization, some people look at the people who inhabit North Africa now, and then they start asking who are these people? We say they are supposed to be black.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you that Hannibal, yes, was he what the theory that he was, or was he a black man actually?
Yeah, Hannibal actually is a black African.
Okay, I think
let's get okay. Contrary to what Hollywood as well has done. Hollywood does not do the similar thing with Imhotep.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have a sculpture of Imhotep showing his clear Negroid features. So these are some of the things, some of the ideological propaganda warfare that has been going on in order to dis-Africanize Africans, okay, and then to make them forget about their heritage.
Alright, I think this is really the coming day. I've been with Nnanna Onuoha Arukwe, and definitely I will have him back here on Monday, and we'll be speaking, have lengthy talks about this issue. We're talking about Pan-Africanism and so many other things. We'll be looking at it deeply next week Monday. And I just wanted to ask you this question. It's a polar question. Well, I'll say it's your opinion if you answer it, because that's what a lot of people have been saying. Was Jesus white or black?
Jesus is
that's a polar question.
Jesus actually is not the name of the individual that we call Jesus. His name is Yeshua. Yeshua is African.
Alright, okay.
African, and being African means it's pitch black. Maybe in the next discussions we'll have passages in the Christian Bible that authenticates his black nature.
All right, that's where we'll stop it. All right, from me to you, I'm saying thank you for joining us on Cruise Easy. It's been enlightening. I'm telling you, it's been didactic. And I've been with Nnanna Onuoha Arukwe, and we've been talking about Pan-Africanism. Don't forget, tomorrow on Cruise Easy, we'll be having Health Tuesday. Same thing, we'll be talking about your health tomorrow. So, stay with Lion FM 91.1 on your dial. 10 o'clock, the news by John Agona. Don't touch the dial.